I want to use the power of the internet today to kind of talk about, share some business wisdom. And the best wisdom is the kind that you don't have to learn from experience, because usually experience is gained through the hard way. I ran a business for 10 years, and I was, just that classic, by the way, my name is Jonathan, email me at, in fact, you can email me at my business email. It's johnjon@mylendingplace.com. That's my old, I owned a mortgage company, a finance company for 10 years and did all that. And, I started with, it's that, classic story. I started with less than $5. I grew it to, over $500,000, half of which was my own production. And, I can kind of give you my success story and why there's no human being alive that knows more about mortgage lending or finance. And, I don't want to say Dodd-Frank, because Dodd-Frank changes every 38 minutes. So, but there is no human being. I mean, there's a couple things that I just know really, 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 really well. Like they're just like, I just have not just the 10,000, maybe the 100,000 hours in. One is mortgage lending and finance and residential lending. The second one is Elliott Wave. I mean, no human being I don't think anybody has studied Elliott Wave, which is a kind of basically an economic theory for trading. Nobody has studied Elliott Wave more than me. I mean, in fact, and then other things, I guess my own story. Those are the three things that I have, hundreds of thousands of hours in. I think Elliott Wave, I probably have, I don't know, 50,000 hours trading Elliott Wave on a 5-minute ticker. Show me another human being that has done that, and I will buy you a cup of coffee. You Elliott Wave. Okay, enough about day trading. But here's some business advice, and this is one reason why I'm kind of doing this video from the coast of La Jolla, California, which is where I'm at. I spent a little bit of time in Sausalito, and then I came down here to La Jolla, just kind of do a little travelogue. And I'm always kind of talking to a different group of people. Sometimes I'm talking to like MRA people, which is kind of a hashtag MRA. Sometimes I'm talking to Christians, Jesusians, and why there is a difference between a Jesus and a Christian. But this is just kind of a pure business. So there's kind of the background. Sorry for the, if you already follow this channel, but I'm kind of a growing channel. So I'm always kind of trying to give a little bit of a background of who this Jonathan guy is. And Jonathan Fibonojji, you can tweet me at Fibonojji. But here's some business advice that I got that I knew in my spirit, God spoke to me, if you want to use that word, that I just did not follow. And this is for any business owner, mid-level manager, senior manager. I don't want to say CEO like the Yahoo girl. What's her name? She just got canned. And why I think how the modern day CEO is full of shit. Like who was the CEO of Yahoo that just got canned? Marissa, beautiful, but just classic example of current CEO mentality. Anyway, I know I'm rambling, so let me kind of go back to the original piece of advice. And this is something that I even want to offer as an invitation. Number one is, the advice was this: if you run a business and you cannot take 2 weeks off, then you don't have a business, you just have a job. And this guy was talking to me, he was on a CD, just giving some coaching, and I'm sharing this coaching with you now. This is the advice I didn't take, and I want to really encourage you to take it, no matter who you are. If you are in business, your job, if you run a business, other than to meet your demands, is I want you to try to take 1 week off with nothing, where you can literally leave your company. And the advice was this: if you can take a 2-week vacation and come back and still have a thriving business, then you officially have a business. Other than that, you just have a job. And I knew in my heart that was right. And I just never made it a priority because I got too busy like trying to make money and trying to meet tax bills and payroll and update websites. I got so caught up in that world. So I'm going to share that with you. And I'm unlike this guy who kind of gave the advice from up top. I'm going to kind of speak from literally the trenches, from the beach. Normandy, baby. If you are a business owner, you understand Normandy, baby. I remember my very first paycheck as a business owner. For 10 years, I ran that company. So here it is. Here's your challenge. If you can run a business for 2 weeks and leave and come back, having not touched that business for 2 weeks, if you can come back and you still have a thriving business, then you actually have a business. Other than that, you just have a job. And then let me go a little step further. If you can't do that, then you will eventually lose your job. And after 10 years in my business, I got so good at running my job/business that when I needed employees, when I needed a team behind me, I couldn't take the time. and we couldn't weather the 5th and 8th round of Frank Dodd. And that company, mylendingplace.com, went night-night. And so did it all my, well, my experience is with me forever. But I wanted to share that with you as a kind of a business coach, because a lot of business coaches out there haven't ever done anything. They just have talked about what they should do or ought to do. So in fact, if you would like me to do some business consulting where I can come hang out with you and pay me to do it, I'd love to do that. In fact, you know what I would really say? Take 1 week off. If you can't do a week, take 4 days. If you can't do 4 days, take 2 days. And this is 2 solid days. And if you're taking anything less than 2 days, go solo. And just notice every time you touch your cell phone, every time you have to answer, anytime you touch your business, just write it down and go, I just have a job, I don't have a business. And then if you get back and you're like, you basically need to fire every person who didn't do their job so that you could, so here it is. In fact, don't send this video to your boss. This is a real challenge if you really want to piss somebody off. Try to take 2 weeks off. If you can't do that, take 1 week. If you can't do that, take 5 days. If you can't, take 4 days. And then during that 4 days, take it solo. And then in 4 days, every single employee or person that contacted you during your 4-day, call it your Fibonojji retreat, then fire their ass and go find somebody that can really do that job effectively. And again, you're like, well, that sounds so good for you. But one of the reasons why that I'm giving this advice in such a passionate way or such a assertive way is because, again, I lost a business that I built for 10 years, and there's not that many businesses, and how much that hurt. Oh, and it still hurts. Financially it hurts. It hurts, if you've grown a company from 0 to 10, holy shit, the amount of work that took, and to see it come down because you fucked up and got busy. So there's your 8 minutes, baby. So take this video really seriously. Take it as a challenge. Take 4 days. And then, again, write down every single problem, every single person that happened in that 4 days that prevented you from taking 4 days. And then once you take 4 days, go back and make some changes. Make some changes. And you probably won't be able to do that, so that's why you need to hire me to come in, and I'll help you make those changes. And you're even going to talk to your wife. You're like, holy shit, I couldn't even take 4 days. And she's like, you have no idea. And you're like, yeah, I do know. I do know. Not do I just have children, but I have you, the children, and the business, and the 8 businesses that are the children in the business. What the fuck? Who are you talking, Fibonojji? The hippie YouTube guy. You guys have a great day. Email me, John, Jon. My name's Jonathan, but for this video, you can call me John, Jon, at mylendingplace.com. Or my other email, americano417@gmail.com.